Aston Villa's great European adventure was left in ruins here in Athens as England's last remaining hope finally bowed out. The Premier League may be the greatest show on earth, but there will be no English representation at any of UEFA's 3 showpiece finals.
Once again, Moroccan hitman Ayoub El Kaabi did the damage with a deadly double, 7 days after his hat-trick at Villa Park left Villa with a Mount Olympus-sized mountain to scale. Even 4 times Europa League winner Unai Emery couldn't prevent this Greek tragedy from playing out.
Despite enjoying the vast bulk of possession, this was one match too many for the Spaniards' weary squad. While Olympiacos were given the weekend off, Villa lost at Brighton and looked leggy here.
Read more on FOOTBALLEURO Vision. Play our bracket challenge game for free ahead of this summer's Euros. Party like it's 1999 Man United treble winners and wags pose on red carpet at 99 Premier and just a stone's throw from the ancient ruins of the Acropolis and the Parthenon. Villa's Euro dream turned to rubble. On Monday night it's Liverpool when they will hope to summon up the energy to seal 4th place and Champions League football.
But they will need to get off their knees to do so after this gut-wrenching disappointment. All credit to Olympiacos, who have waited 53 years to finally end their fierce city rivals' Panathinaikos boast of being the only Greek club to reach a major European final.
Most read in Football SWAP shop transfer recommendations for GW35 Noni Madueke. Among tempting differentials, player charged. Former Premier League star arrested and charged with drink driving. Alarm bell. Laura Wood's Bellingham interview goes viral after awkward TNT gaffe. Live on air. DAV that David Moyes lands new job just days after West Ham announced he is set to leave. Best free bet sign-up offers for UK bookmakers. Ferenc Puskas Panna lost 2-0 to Johan Cruyff's Ajax at Wembley in 1970-71 and Jose Luis Mendilibar's men were determined to eclipse that, especially with this month's final taking place in Athens. Olympiacos under-19 showed the seniors the way by beating AC to win the UEFA Youth League, the first Greek club side to win any UEFA tournament.
Biggest football kit fails after controversy over New England shirt. All the stars now appear to be aligning for the hosts who will face Fiorentina in the final. Villa had hoped the Greeks' 2-goal first-leg lead might make them overcautious, or better still, complacent.
Sadly, that wasn't the case as Olympiacos, roared on by their frenzied fans, seized control of the tie by grabbing the early goal they craved. The sight of Emi Martinez taking his usual place between the sticks was a welcome one for the 1,600 travelling army of Villa fans, as was the return of Pau Torres and Diego Carlos in defence.
But there was an early scare for the visitors when the ball glanced off Diego Carlos' head from an Olympiacos throw and landed at Chiquinho, who slashed his shot into the side netting. Villa responded by pressing Olympiacos back and they forced a hat-trick of corners which all fizzled out.
Then came the moment Emery must have dreaded as Olympiacos picked his side off on the counter-attack, just as they had at Villa Park. Once again Villa's high backline imploded as one long ball out of defence picked out Daniel Podence on the left.
His initial cross was blocked by John McGinn, but the ball flew back to the former Wolves man who fed overlapping left-back Quinney. He drilled in a low cross and Pau Torres failed to cut out the threat. Unfortunately the ball landed at the feet of the last man Villa wanted it to.
Deadly hitman Ayoub El Kaabi had stunned Villa with a hat-trick in Birmingham, and there was no way he was going to miss the open goal gaping in front of him. He calmly slotted home his 31st goal of the season to break Villa's hearts again.
Emery's team now needed 3 goals just to force extra time. Ollie Watkins and Leon Bailey both had shots blocked by a red and white wall of defenders. Douglas Luiz's long ranger lacked the power to trouble Kostas Zourlakis in the Greek goal, and Bailey headed over at full stretch.
Villa were having plenty of possession, 75% in a dominant first period, but Olympiacos were digging in, encouraged by their fanatical fans and ultras. Rodinei crashed into Bailey at the edge of the box, but Douglas Luiz curled his free kick well over.
Martinez held Fortúna's 25-yarder before a moment which summed up Villa's first 45 minutes. Watkins fed Bailey, who played in a tempting low delivery, but Matty Cash stumbled in front of a gaping goal.
When your luck's out, it really is out. Bailey then crashed in a ferocious effort which Zourlakis pushed over, and the frustrating half ended with a booking for Douglas Luiz for hauling down Fortúnas. The locals have a tradition of smashing crockery, and Emery must have been tempted to hurl a few teacups at the break.
His side certainly continued to fight. Watkins headed over before Emery sent on striker John Duran for Diaby. The Colombian kid fired in a shot which Zourlakis spilled before Konsa headed over from a Bailey corner.
However, Villa's night of misery was complete when El Kaabi raced clear onto a long clearance from Zourlakis to beat Martinez. At first glance the Moroccan looked well offside, but after a lengthy VAR check the Stadio Karaiskarkas erupted as Konsa was judged to have marginally played him onside and the goal was awarded.
In truth, Villa simply couldn't turn silver into gold at the birthplace of the Olympics. Read more Sun Story. Senior over-out Corrie favourite quits the cobbles as actress abruptly leaves the soap. RIP Nana influencer, Russian Nana, dies aged 31 after taking painkillers for hangover. Ollie Watkins did his best to salvage some pride with a stoppage time header from 18 yards which appeared to be dipping in.
But Zourlakis wouldn't even give Villa that crumb of consolation and leaped to turn the striker's attempt over.